see. Oh my goodness. Ooh, Lord Jesus. It's going to cut in and out for just a minute. So please, because I'm just leaving my house and I had to get it set up now. Now I had to get it set up. There we go. I'm trying to get my hair out the way. So, let's see here. It's been gross in Arkansas and cold. Like Christmas everywhere you go. That song reminds me of Disney Magic Kingdom so much because on Main Street they play that song so loud. And it's so festive with the big old Christmas tree. Oh, I miss Disney. Wish I could go the last time I was there when they ran me off. But I still love that park and the company. Really all the parks I miss. Let's see if it stays on. It may or may not. It may go out, but let's see what it's gonna do with my hair. I'm gonna get another wig. This wig is irritating. It's frizzy and then it like, it kind of clings to your face, kind of, and I don't like the way it feels. So anyway, so far so good. We still have a signal. You know how much I pay monthly for T-Mobile? Y'all will cut 10,000 different ways, but I swear to live, it cut out. I told you it might cut out one or two more times, but I've tried to get AT&T, but they say that they don't have, a signal out here, even though my siblings have AT&T. Everybody has AT&T but me, which makes absolute no sense. And we all live on basically the same property, like we're, fields apart, football fields apart, kind of, but it's still, the same area. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And so, I don't know. Like, I don't know when, where, how. Someday, somehow. Child, I love that song, too. So we're talking about the BL series. I'm en route to my job. And I'm going in a little late because I just want to spend less time in the stores just because it's really bad here in this area. The numbers are up, and so the least contact I have with people at this time, the better for me, because the vaccines ain't here, and I really don't want corona. I don't want the COVID-19. I got enough issues as it is. I don't need anything on top of what I already have, and being over in the 50s club, you just can't play around with your health and everything. And I'm Russian roulette because I'm gonna eat what I want, do what I want, say what I want, hard-headed. And luckily, I'm still active, and I just need to be more active and more and more and more. But my body just keeps telling me, no. Like, because it's so cold, my knee has been hurting me all morning. So I'd doctor it, and I forgot to take the freaking glucosamine. But anyway, I'll take it when I get back home. And so it just is hard to walk. Like, it hurts when it's, when it's cold, and that sucks. And then the other days, like, I don't feel anything. I can walk, run, jog, or whatever, but today is not one of those days. So I wanted to talk about the BL series that I saw this morning. It blew me away. For the first time, I was so happy and just wanted to do cartwheels if I could down the hallway. and it's a BL series from Thailand, and it's a very short one. They don't last very long, like 15, 20 minutes tops, like, and it's done. Like, it's very short little segments. And it's sponsored, I guess, or produced through Central Food TV Thailand. So if you look up or Google Central Food TV Thailand, you'll find it. It's called Ingredients. And it's centered around COVID-19 and cooking. And it's a cooking show, kind of. But it's also a BL series with these two roommates. And Tops is like an inspiring cook. And Marwan is like an inspiring singer, musician, songwriter, blah, 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 blah. And they roommates, and it's been kind of like all the series that they've had, there's been this like little chemistry of roommateism between them, like how they ended up being roommates together. It kind of gives you the storyline all the way from the beginning. And I think they're into like, damn, I lost track of how many episodes, but I don't know if it's 15 or 20 episodes, a lot of them, but they're really, really short. But every episode, it's a dish that he cooks or prepares for somebody. Tops prepares food, and there's kind of like this implied like interest between the two, but it's never been said up until this point. And to my eyes, like to finally, I was like, finally, they finally like kind of, it's unsaid still, but sealed the deal. And I was like, finally in my mind, they're a couple. Like they're finally a couple. Like it's obviously now, like there's no backtracking or backing out now. And Tops is really cute. Like he's a cook, he's really adorable, and he's had a lot of guys up in his Kool-Aid in some of the episodes. You know, different friends of Marwan's that come to visit have been interested in him and have told Marwan, look, I like your roommate, he's cute, I'm gonna hit on him. And then every time Marwan's like very hesitant to say he'll say like, that's my roommate and you shouldn't do that. But he won't say like, I'm interested in him and I like him and I want him. It was never ever said. So you just was like, okay, so you like flirting with him, but you don't really want him. But like, I was like clueless. I was like, are they gonna ever let them get together, or is this just a food about them trying to get their careers together as a cook and a chef, or as a musician or whatever? Because it kind of centered around both of their lives and their families' lives and these little short mini episodes. And I got hooked because I was like, the food looks really good that Top prepares in every segment. And so I kind of just stuck with it because I was like, oh, it's a kind of a cooking show. And then it's also showing him kind of going in and shopping for stuff, and he comes in with his mask on, he takes his mask off, and he washes his hands. Well, this was before COVID had even hit the United States. Like, I was watching this probably since January of last year, and that was the first time I saw it, and it was kind of strange. And I was like, why is he washing his hands? Why is he wearing a mask? Boom, here we are, present day. And this show, they really took it seriously, COVID-19, and I can't imagine, like, I've been watching this weekly, because they usually drop a weekly weekend episode once a week since January of last year. So this is how long this series has been going with Central Food TV Thailand. And when I tell you, every episode has been really good. And they're really short little 15, 20-minute clips, but they're totally worth watching. They're subtitled in English, so if you don't speak Thai, it's okay. They're very easy to follow. And there's some English here and there, like they can speak English, and their friends and stuff can throw English words. So, you know, you get a little bit English in there, here and there. And so, in this episode, Tops... Marwan came home. Am I saying his name wrong? Is it Win or Marwan? Win. I think I've been saying his name wrong. I think it's Win. Win is his name. Either Marwan or Win. Win. I get confused because there was another boy in the thing. I think I'm saying his name wrong, so forgive me. Win. I think his name is Win. It's Marwan. It's Tops and Win. my God. Why am I getting confused on Wynn's last name? I think it's Wynn. Or Marwyn. Oh my God, why did I forget his name? See how, this is what I'm talking about, like, don't ever get old. I'm flaky, like, I am very much a flake. I will throw it on out there. Bitch, yes, I'm a flake. I'm an airhead. I'm a snowflake. I'm all that. Like, my sister would tell you, as all three of my sisters, all three of my brothers, they would tell you, that's a snowflake. That you came out like that, it's okay. You came out like that, it's all right. And so anyway, I'm kind of flaky at times, and I'm very flaky, and I'll admit it, like, yeah, I can be flaky. And I made myself laugh, okay. So anyway, we'll just say Wynn came home, and he came home with a friend who's interested in Tops. And they had been out drinking, and like Wynn was just totally wasted, and he hit his head on the railing when they came in. Like when he opened the gate, he hit his head on it and it busted a big gash on his head. And so they come in, and their friend was screaming for Tops, like, Tops, come. Tops comes flying in the room. He's like, what happened? He's like, he's so drunk. He's really, really drunk. He got the audition. He got the part in the show or the tour, and he's not happy. Like, he got totally wasted. And so right away, Tops started taking care of him and wiping him down, trying to get him sober, like kind of give him a sponge bath or whatever, right in front of his friend who was interested in him. And the friend got so frustrated that he left. Like, he was like, trying to get Tops to kind of pay attention to him, but Tops is like, oh no, honey, my friend's all drunk and busted up. I got to take care of him. You can leave. And so he left, and then that left the two of them like alone together. And so then he finally sobered up, and they started talking about him going on tour. And he was like, how can I leave you? Like, I just really don't feel good about leaving you here. If I get hungry, who's gonna cook for me? And all of that. And then Tops was like, well, I just give me a plane ticket and I'll come see you in your concerts wherever you are. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And if you're hungry, I can ship food to you or cook for you, when we meet up or whatever. And so don't think of it as like a goodbye. And then so he sits up, and he's like, well, can I just give you a hug? Like, I really want to hug you right now. And then they hug each other, and it's all passionate and everything, embraced. And then they just stopped hugging, and then they just kind of stare in each other's eyes, and then they kissed. Like, real passionate kiss, like 2 or 3 times they kissed, locked lips, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. They finally, after all this time, after a whole, like, you made us wait a whole year, really? And so it was well worth the wait. The way the camera angled and everything was just so perfect. And, they're just, the chemistry between those two actors is just, it's like movie magic. Like, you can't find a better 2 BL series actors to put together and make such a complicated show work, because, like I said, it centers around that food, and it centers around their lifestyles. Like, one's becoming a musician and an artist, the other one's trying to become a professional cook. And Central Food TV, I must have did some sort of contract with that character Tops, because he does separate cooking shows, like on the weekend as well, separate from that series where he makes dishes and stuff. And he does these little mini, like, less than a minute or 2 minutes, like, he does these little cooking shows that he prepares pastry, pasta. I've seen him do cookies and pastries and pastas, and he's done a lot of different things, soups and donuts and all kinds of stuff. And I always watch it, like, whenever it pops up on my feed, because I follow Central Food TV. Whatever they feature food-wise, I watch, because it's like, you're learning about, Thai cuisine, and they do some other cultural stuff as well. And it's really cool. And I guess maybe in real life he's a real cook, I guess. I'm assuming that actor must be a real cook because he's really preparing food and doing it, and he's explaining it and everything. So good for him. He can act, and he's a professional cook. And I don't know his actorial name. The other one calls himself Jeff Sater. The one that's called Win. He calls himself Jeff Sater. That's his real life name. I don't know what his Thai name is, but that's the name that they call him whenever they. Because they also have another show together called Unbagged. It comes on the weekends as well. It's a short little segment, and they unbag different products, and they do these little fun little games and stuff, and they feature products and talk about what they like or don't like about products. They've done food, beverages. They've done household goods and stuff like that. And that's a cute little show that they do together as acting buddies. I mean, as professional people advertising products. And so all of this is through Central Food TV. And so if you look up Central Food TV, it's Thailand. So throw Thailand in your Google search, Central Food TV Thailand, and it'll pull it up. And that way you just subscribe to it, and then, hit the like button and hit the bell, and whenever something comes up, like they post something, you'll be notified, and you can watch it and check it out. I think it's really good. Like I really enjoy it, so I think you'll like it. And especially if you like to eat and you like cooking like I do. I like food. And so, good, I can get me a spot. It's kind of far back. But yeah, and so that's all I wanted to talk about was that. I did see one other BL series called Calculating Love, but I won't say much about it because it was such a strange it was such a strange written storyline. It was hard for me to follow it because it was around math, like students at school, and then they tied mathematical equations into their love life, like their interest for each other. And okay, I'm an American, and math ain't my strongest skill, child. I ain't gonna lie to you. I struggle. And so when they started calculating love and calculus and all of these equations, I was like, okay, not only is that confusing, you're doing this in a whole nother language. So the actors were cute and attractive and everything, but the acting skills was good. I didn't have an issue with it. I just found it very hard to follow for me. Just because I don't get the whole, who the hell puts a love story around math equations? Like, it was kind of crazy. And then what really was troublesome at the end was when the one character went to his mother and was asking her questions about, how did she fall in love? Was dad his dad the first love of her life? And she was like, no. And he was trying to calculate love with her, and she's like, love is not a calculation, honey. You fall in love, that's got nothing to do with, me and your dad, and it definitely ain't got nothing to do with mathematics. It's love. You fall in love from your heart, and who you fall in love with is who you fall in love with. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. Then I thought to myself, okay, I'm with Team Mom on this. And on top of that, the whole series, that it was a pretty good chunk of a series, couple of months, I think. And the whole time it was them in school and falling in love, but then it started going into all these calculating commentary, and I was like, child, y'all done lost me. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Like, I don't know what's going on with the script. But page 83, I'm, equation K, and you're equal to the sign of blah. I'm like, bitch, I'm lost. Like, no. It was, the concept, I can get it. I understand that. I just don't, no, bitch, no. So for those of you who like math, maybe that was your love equation, like for little nerdy people that, nerds exist all over the planet. I guess I just was like, I'm lost. And so the characters, like I said, were cute. The storyline was, rather cute. But then when it got all page 86 with the girl, and she went all into, I'm Cackless XYZ to your equal, and he's your sign, and said, girl, what? So, I'm lost, bitch. I'm lost on all of that. And so, yeah, I don't know. Like, I just, I'm glad it's over. I enjoyed it, but I will not be doing a repeat on that. I'm going to tell you my favorite BL series still to this day is Lovesick. That Lovesick is so good. And Make It Right, I still enjoy. I could repeat on it. The ones I can't repeat on because they were so intense, there's 2 or 3. I'm trying to remember the names of them. I'm going to have to come back and do a chat with you guys on the ones that were too intense for my take. They had me up like I couldn't sleep, like my nerves are train wrecked, and I need a pound of tissue to keep crying because I can't stop crying because it was so intense. There's 2 that come to, no, 3. There was one that was really short, but it was like a rape scene, and child. Then I think they killed themselves at the end. I was like, I can't. All right, Thailand, we see you. What y'all doing over there? So these are all Thailand BL series, by the way. I'm not talking about Philippines at this particular BL series chat, because this has all been Thailand for me today. And like I said, I'm not saying anything negative about calculating love. I'm just saying, for me, the script writing, there was, baby, no. For me, I'm not saying for anybody else, because I'm sure it was, like I said, the actors were on point. There's nothing wrong with the acting or anything like that. I just, page 86 with you're my equal to the signs equal and K square a bitch. No, like I can't. I can't. Anyway, I'm gonna put my makeup on so I can get ready for work because I'm already here and I'm late, kinda. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here, and we'll chat again soon. Bye.